Students, join the economics class. I am waiting for you all. After 2-3 minutes, I will start my class. Okay, here I am starting with my class today's. Okay, good morning everyone. Now, yesterday I have told about your opportunity cost. And what is that opportunity cost I have told? I have told that if you want to gain any additional amount of good, you have to sacrifice some amount of other good. I have given an example of that one also. What is the example? If you have 5 kg of flour in your hand, so with that 5 kg of flour, you can able to prepare 5 packets of bread and 2 packets of biscuit. And so if you want to increase one more extra packet of bread, you have to sacrifice one packet of biscuit. Means if you want to gain 6 packets of bread, you have to sacrifice one packet of biscuit. Means you will produce 6 packet of bread and one packet of biscuit. So why this is the situation? If you want to get additional amount of good, you have to sacrifice another amount of good. Why? Because for the resource limitation, because for the scarcity of resource. I have given many examples of that executive and journalist salary money income also. Another example also I have given with, I have taken the snapshot of the pages and I've sent it to you in the group. You have seen I have given examples. Now today I will start with the new portion or topic, that is your, which I have told yesterday only, that is your production possibility frontier. Okay, or production possibility curve. This is your first diagram or curve through which whatever you have done till now in theoretical manner, sacrifice of one good, gaining of another good, all this thing you have to now interpret it with the help of a diagram, or you have to draw this total theoretical thing in a diagram or graphical representation you have to show. First of all, I will just tell you what is this production possibility frontier. See, I have written here graphical representation of possible combinations of two goods which can be produced with given resources and technology. Here, given resources and technology tells about your limited resources and technology. Okay, so I will read one thing, just see. As the choice is to be made between infinite possibilities, the economists assumed a very basic economy with only two goods, guns and butter. Means what I am going to tell here it is written here, no, two goods. This two goods means, for example, you will produce a gun and a butter. These are the two goods which you will produce. As of all, I am assuming that you are the producer and you will produce two goods, gun and butter, with the limited what resource and technology. Okay, now I have told one word just now, assume it. What do you mean by that one, assume it? Assume it means to take it, assume. Okay, think about it. I have not told you, now thinking may not have a connection with reality, isn't it? You think many things, but all those thinkings have any connection with the reality? Yes, some has some connection, some does not have some connection. Okay, so economics also deals with some assumption. Before drawing any curve or before interpreting any curve, you have to assume something, means you have to hold constant something. Okay, because for example, if I going to tell you that to draw the demand curve of some good, for example potato, okay, or otherwise I am telling you, forget about that one, I am telling you at today at 10 kg 10 rupees per kg, how many potatoes have been purchased by you? If I've asked you this question, okay, then you will tell me that, sir, every 1 hour the price of potato was changing. It was sometime 10 rupees, it was sometime 12 rupees, it was sometime 15 rupees, it was sometime 20 rupees. So I have gone to the market and every time I have paid the different prices. So how can I draw the demand curve, sir? Or how can I tell you that how much I have bought kgs of potato at rupees, particularly at rupees 10? So I will tell you the main important sentence. I will tell you that, okay, assume that you have purchased it at rupees 10. I know that you have not purchased at rupees 10. But I have told you to think about that you have purchased at rupees 10. Then how much you have purchased? You will tell, sir, if first time I have purchased at rupees 10 2 kg of potatoes. So 3-4 times I have gone to the market. So if it was 10 rupees only prevailing in the market, the price of potato, then I should buy for 10 kgs, I think so, sir. So I will take the sample that at rupees 10 you should purchase, or you would purchase 10 kg of potatoes. So all these things has gone by assumption. No, I have told you to assume that it was rupees 10, but in reality it was not. Every hour it was changing. So in economics also, every time you have to assume something before drawing some curve, isn't it? I know it will go sometime beyond your head, okay, or brain. So always listen the videos what I am going to tell you. Always go through the photos or snapshots which every time I have sent you after the completion of the classes, the topics which I have covered. Okay, so you can able to cope up. At first you will get little bit hard of it, then you can able to understand nicely. So before the same thing, before drawing the PPF or production possibility frontier, you have to read the assumptions. So here is the assumptions in the book. It will get it clear. Now see what is first assumption. The amount of resources in an economy is fixed, but these resources can be transferred from one use to another. So first assumption is that you have assumed that resources are fixed in quantity. Okay, but these resources can be transferred from one use to another. Means what? That I've told you previous days, that alternate uses, that same thing. The resources can be used for more than one purpose. Means you are producing gun and butter, so the resource can be used for both production, gun and butter. You have assumed, but in reality, is it? The resources which are required to produce gun, the same resources will be used to produce butter? I think no. But you have assumed. First assumption. Second assumption. With the help of given resources, only two goods can be produced. Now this is also an assumption. In reality, resources can be used for to produce only two goods. When that resource has alternate uses, means it can be used for many purposes, more than one purposes, isn't it? But you have assumed that the resources can be used to produce only two goods. Third, the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Fully and efficiently means totally utilized in a proper manner. This fully and efficiently utilized has a meaning. Okay, fully means totally, efficiently means properly, without any wastage. Okay, so fully and efficiently utilized means totally, without any wastage, properly. Okay, and the fourth point comes here: resources are not equally efficient in production of all products. So when resources transferred from production of one good to another, the productivity decreases. Here is the point. What is the point? It has been told that resources always does not have that power to produce all goods in equal manner. Means when you are using a resource which is used to produce gun very nicely, but it is not as much as good to produce butter like gun. It will help to produce butter, but the production will be little bit less of butter compared to gun, because that resource was used totally for to produce gun. It has the power to produce butter, but in lesser quantity. Okay. Fifth, the level of technology is assumed to be constant. Means whatever technology you are using, whatever techniques, innovative things you are using, it is assumed that it is constant. By hearing all these five assumptions, now we will go to the direct to the diagram. See, I have drawn a diagram for you, that is production possibility curve. What it is written here, see, in the y-axis I am measuring gun, and in the x-axis I am measuring butter. As I have told you that you are producing two goods, gun and butter, and you are the producer. And now here it is written, if the economy uses all its resources to produce only gun, then maximum of 21 units of guns and no butter is produced. What it is telling here? Now you have a resource. If that resource is totally used to produce gun, you are a producer, you can do anything with the resource. It is not bound that you have to forcefully have to produce two goods. You are a producer, you think whichever good is necessary for the economy to produce at that particular time. That's why it has been told in the central problem that what to produce, in which, what was the situation. I have told you the situation of the economy will tell the producer to produce which good. Now, if there is a war situation going on, the producer will have an intention to earn profit, so he will produce more of gun compared to butter, because he can able to earn more profit by selling gun at that war situation. So if all the resources are being used to produce gun, so maximum 20, sorry, it is written 21, it will be maximum of 24. Okay, this point maximum of this amount the gun can be produced. So 0 to this point is the maximum production of gun, and butter production is 0, because I'm not increasing this side from x-axis. X-axis butter is 0 and gun is up till a point. So 0 to a is a total maximum. With the available resource you are producing, total of this gun, butter is 0. Same thing you can do with the resource. If the situation is normal, civil goods you want to produce, bread and butter comes under civil good, I have told yesterday in central problem. You want to produce butter with the maximum of the resource in your hand. Okay, so you will produce with that limited resource. Maximum butter you can produce is 5 unit and 0 unit gun. So this total 0 to 5 is the maximum of butter when resources are used to produce butter, and 0 unit of gun. And when resources are used to produce gun, maximum of gun, since 0 to point A is the total production of gun with that limited resource, and butter is 0. Now in between A and F there are so many points, B, C, D, E. These all are possible combinations of butter and gun. B, C, D is the possible combinations of gun and butter. Means I am taking one point. With the limited resource, you are producing, see here it is written 24 units of gun you are producing, and only 1 unit of butter you are producing. Okay, now you think that you want to produce less gun and more butter. There is no war situation in the economy, no, in the country people are not purchasing gun, so I will reduce gun. So for example, from 24 you have reduced to 18 units of gun. So with that limited resource, some resources are being left, because when you are producing 24 units of gun, you are producing 1 unit of butter, and the total resource is completed, you have used up. When you are reducing some amount of gun from 24 to 18 units, so some resources are left. With that left resource you are producing 1 more extra unit of butter, which is 1 to 2. So when you are producing 18 units of gun, you are producing 2 units of butter. Same when you are producing, reduce the gun production from 18 to 12, you are producing 1 extra unit of butter, which is 3. So this way, reducing 1 unit, every unit of gun, you are increasing the production of butter, and the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Means you are not keeping any resource held in your hand, as it has been told in the assumption the resource should be fully and efficiently utilized. Okay, so the concept comes here, when you are sacrificing some amount of one product, you are increasing amount of another product, which is butter. Now any point which is inside this production possibility curve is actionable. Inside, this is the boundary. Okay, anything inside, this is the boundary of what? Limited resource. With that limited resource, this is the area which you can able to produce these two goods. So within this boundary, you can attain any point, not G, any point here inside it or in the border of this line, you can able to attain. But any point which is outside this boundary, it is unattainable. So any point inside this curve, it is attainable. Any point outside this curve, it is unattainable. Okay, so as of all you are not here, I have done the class, I will send it to you, and I'm ending your class today. Thank you.